Hey guys, you're probably wondering why are we visiting the Heusinkveld headquarters today? Well, meet Sven, one of the pioneers of load cell technology. As an official reseller, we're proud to be visiting today.
Well, welcome at Heusinkveld today. We're going to take a look at our company today, show the company, show where we design the pedals, make the pedals, ship the pedals, and of course we ship a lot of pedals to Trak Racer as well, an official reseller of us. So let's get going.
That's awesome, but should we race them as well?
I think so. We've got very quick people here in the office, so
awesome.
We got Enzo on a simulator, so for sure we're going to do some racing as well. Let's do a tour of the factory. Follow me.
Awesome. So Sven, we're just walking through everything here in the headquarters, and this caught my eye instantly. I mean, this is some proper heritage what we're looking at here.
Yeah, this is a bit of sim racing history here. A lot of people working at Heusinkveld are really sim racers at heart and have been sim racing for many, many years. And for me personally, this is probably the first title I ever raced in the late 80s Accolade Grand Prix. There's many titles here which should ring a bell with a lot of active sim racers. So yeah, this is where we keep our history.
That's awesome. And looking at these pedals here in the bottom, we're looking at the first gen OG pedals, or?
Yeah, but we designed these pedals actually many years before the company was even started. A lot of people inside the company met while online racing, and we all lived in the same city. So one day we decided to build our own pedals. So Niels made a design, we went to the store, bought some materials, and we assembled these pedals ourselves. And maybe, I think we made these around 2004, maybe these are the first ever load cell pedals made, because there's a load cell underneath the brake, which was really modern for that time.
Awesome. Well, it still is. It's a new standard, right? As pioneers of load cell pedals, is this like the first engagement of the community with load cell pedals?
Probably, maybe, likely even. At the time, you know, everything was done with potentiometers, and this was really the first time we had the experience and feeling of being able to modulate the brake using force instead of travel. So this was a game changer for us, and yeah, it was made in the time we were still just students and having fun. So
that's awesome. So from a student having fun to load cell pedals that are being used by professional race car drivers.
Yeah, you're right. It got completely out of hand, but we're very happy with it. So,
do I see this correctly, Sven? I do see an IndyCar here with a Heusinkveld logo on there.
Yeah, you're right, and it's not fake. Well, it's a model, of course, but there's an actual IndyCar, and it drove in this form in the Indy 500 with our logo on it. Let's move on a bit and I'll tell you the full story.
Awesome.
All right, so here we have a better photo of the IndyCar you just saw.
Hey,
and I know you have a small stamp on the Alpine Formula 1 car, but we had 50 centimeters of logo on an actual Indy 500 IndyCar.
You beat us there.
Yeah,
awesome.
And it's a really cool story, actually. We often get real race car drivers who want to use our products, and that's also we always develop our products so that real race car drivers are able to use them and get a credible experience in a simulator. And this was one of our customers, and he was so grateful that he put our logo onto our car. And I think the whole wall here, all people you see here, almost all people you see here are current customers of Heusinkveld products, and it's really the target audience for which we develop our products. If they're good enough for a professional, they're certainly good enough for sim racing enthusiasts who want to build a simulator. And yeah, this encapsulates the whole philosophy of Heusinkveld, how good we want to be for our customers, and it also underlines what we expect from our partners like Trak Racer, who have to come along in the same philosophy and also just work as a professional partner as a company. So it's a really good match for us.
Awesome. Well, thank you for telling. Let's move on and see what you else have in store for us.
Yeah.
Guys, we're just walking past here, and what I saw that caught my eye immediately is obviously the stock that's here at Heusinkveld. This is where it all starts and where it all ships from. Sven, can you tell me a little bit here what we're looking at and where?
Yeah, this is the warehouse of our finished products. So every product which is with our customers has gone through this warehouse. And also all the customers who order their Heusinkveld products through Trak Racer, it initiates from here, then goes to the Trak Racer warehouse, and then is supplied all over the world.
Awesome. Yeah, so these crates, as they are, being shipped to one of our warehouses globally, then being shipped to one of our consumers. How can we do this collaboration in a way, or how are we currently doing this collaboration in a way that it benefits the consumer?
Yeah, well, we're always very happy to give customer options. So we're very happy if a customer buys their own web shop, but especially through a partner like Trak Racer, it really gives us the opportunity to sell globally in a manner which is really easy for all of our customers, wherever they are located.
You obviously got a couple models here. We'll look into them shortly, a little bit more detail, but all these individual products that you currently have, from handbrakes, from shifters to pedals, they all need to be compatible, obviously. So we're glad that your pedals are robust and strong and working perfectly with our products. Can you tell a little bit more about your decision-making process on why the pedals are as good as they are now and why are they compatible with our simulator?
Well, because we are sim racers ourselves, whenever we develop a product, we always think what we want to see in the product. First of all, it has to be really durable. It just has to last for years. It has to give you a realistic feeling. So when you drive a pedal set or shift your shifter, you want to get the idea that you're racing in a real car. What's also very important for us is that the customer has a choice and he has the opportunity to combine different products if he wants to do so. So it's perfectly possible to combine a Heusinkveld product with, for example, products from Trak Racer, so a customer can really build the best simulator which suits his personal preferences.
So load cell pioneers, Heusinkveld, we only see pedals here, but as far as I understand, you guys also are pioneering now in handbrake and shifter technology.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, the rigs on which people mount their products have become so much better over the past few years. It's become a lot easier to extend them with other solutions like indeed shifters, handbrakes, etc. So yeah, we're moving into that area as well. And of course, TrakRacer has solutions in place so all of our products can be mounted quite easily.
Perfect. Well, let's move on and see what we can do.
All right. So this is the warehouse for incoming materials. And this is where we stock all the materials which have yet to be assembled into a product. And I've got a few nice examples here. For example, let's take a look at this one.
So what are those then?
These are pedal plates for Sim Pedals Ultimate. With the Heusinkveld logo. So currently still boxed and nicely ordered. Pretty soon they will be on a pedal set and on the way to a sim racer or a real race car driver.
So here we see the complete catalog of Heusinkveld pedals unassembled.
Yeah, it's not only this part, but also of course this part over here. We've got more warehouse here to the right. But pretty much every part of our products can be seen here. We do our own final assembly of our products, so we can also monitor the quality of the products and do a final check if they work correctly and if the electronics is working correctly. But this is where the magic happens, where Heusinkveld products are created.
So obviously we're wondering here what's going on. We see a huge production line here. In all fairness, all the guys are now at lunch, so we just have like a 5-minute window to do this video. But what we're looking at here is usually a very, very busy production run. Sven, can you please tell a little bit on what we're seeing here?
Yeah, sure. We're in the Heusinkveld assembly hall. As I said, we do all the final assembly of our products ourselves. And currently we have a batch of max shifts here on the assembly line, which is awaiting a final check. And this is where every single Heusinkveld product is assembled.
So I can see here the latest Heusinkveld version.
Yeah.
Is this also based on a load cell, or what is the technology behind this particular pedal set that we're looking at here?
There's no load cell inside it, but there are a few innovations in this product. One of them is that the spring mechanism, you see a small spring here, but the main force is generated by a magnet, which is inside, which really gives it a clicked feel. And in terms of sensor, there are optoelectronic sensors inside, so there's no mechanical wear on sensors. Every movement is detected by optoelectronic sensors.
Awesome. And looking at here at the mechanics underneath, it looks very clean. It's also pretty heavy, guys. So can you tell me a little bit on how a normal consumer would be able to fit this on their desk, or do you rely on partners such as ourselves to offer solutions to really utilize these products?
Yeah, when we design a product, we always keep in mind to make it as easy as possible for customers to mount on the rig. And for example, rigs like the Trak Racer rig, they have various holes on the rig on which you can install accessories, and we supply a bracket with a max shift which can be installed on a Trak Racer rig, so you can mount a shifter to a rig very easily.
Well, I'm impressed. Thank you very much for telling a little bit more about this. Let's move on. So obviously we know your ultimate pedals. We're looking here at 6-7 variations of the Heusinkveld Ultimate Plus pedals.
Yeah.
Different bushings, elastomers, or what you just told me. Can you be a little bit more informative about what we're looking at here?
Sure. What you see here is a row of Ultimate Plus brake pedals. They all look the same, but they feel very different. And the difference is over here. It's in the elastomers, which is here, what we call the rubber stack. This is an incredibly hard pedal. This is what you would give to a Formula 1 driver, for example, or Formula 3 driver who have extremely hard pedals. But all the way here on the right, it's really soft. So you can simulate like a regular car.
To soft.
Yeah. Hardest on the left, softest on the right, and a lot of options in between to adjust them.
So let's say I drive an old BMW E30 on the road. I mean, which pedal would then be suitable for me as
typically road car pedals seem to be a bit on more softer side. So if you have a BMW on the road or maybe a track day car, you'd probably set it up a bit softer around here, or maybe this one.
So that's still on the lower range. And why? What kind of pedals does this side of then simulate?
Typically, if cars get quicker and if they have more downforce, the pedal also typically becomes stiffer. There is also some adjustment in real racing cars, but this is, for example, what you would find in a GT car or Porsche Super Cup or Formula 3 car.
That's then because there's no brake booster in between and it's just directly on the hydraulic line? Or how do you simulate then the feeling of a real race car driver with the downforce? You mentioned downforce, higher speeds, harder braking power. I don't see any wings and downforce generated on these pedals. So
no, that's right. The way we simulate it, it's done through changes here in the elastomer stack on the rear. So it's really a change of the spring which affects the feeling of the brake.
I see. So looking here at the bushings, I see let's say 4 or 5 bushings on the hardest compound. A small rubber and a metal spring. It might be a little bit too far much in depth, but I would like to know then how you can compose this as a consumer and how you can adjust your equipment to your likings.
It's really easy to make changes. You see the plater on the back, you can pop it out and you can really make your own setup using the discs, the elastomer and this spring. So it's pretty easy to change around the brake to any sort of setting you want to.
Great, so looking here at all the different settings, do you have a pre-setting sheet that consumers can follow? Or is it just pure preference or throw on what is there?
I think the most important thing is personal preference. We know actually examples of Formula 1 drivers who have a very, very stiff brake pedal in a real Formula 1 car, but once they turn to esports, they pick the softest brake pedal because they have a bit more control. Of course, if you want to simulate the pedal to be exactly the same as in a real racing car, then you should go for a harder pedal if the real pedal in the car is also very hard. But in the end, you should pick what works best for you. So
obviously now with new technologies coming onto the market, is there anything you're particularly looking at now would you like to develop? I mean, obviously these pedals are static. We've seen now that there's other brands in the market looking at adding rumblers or any sort of equipment to simulate ABS systems. Is there something you can tell about developments on that end?
Maybe, you'll see in time.
Okay, so time will tell, guys. Even as a partner, stuff is still secret. So Sven, obviously we've been seeing now your facility here at the HQ, seeing all different sorts of products. Let's have a look and see how the complete package looks with a Trak Racer frame and your Heusinkveld products. All right,
we have a simulator here, so let's go and take a look.
Awesome.
This is Enzo. He's been working for Heusinkveld for quite a few years now, and he's the quickest guy in the office. So
I see.
If you want to beat him, you have to be pretty good.
It looks like he's currently drifting. Is that the new way of relaxing and chilling here in the office besides play?
Yeah, I think so. We actually shoot sim race a lot more, but typically it's a bit too busy. But it's always nice to have a few laps at the end of the week.
Awesome. Well, great to see. Sven, can you tell a little bit more about what we're looking at here and why is such a good bundle as is?
Yeah, I can. It's a really nice bundle because it combines several very good products, including, of course, the Heusinkveld product and the Trak Racer rig. What you see here, the pedals which Enzo is using is the Sim Pedals Ultimate Plus pedal set. And it's combined in this case with a MagShift sequential shifter and a Heusinkveld handbrake. And as you can see right now, Enzo is currently drifting, which is a really nice combination of car and track to use all these products.
It really needs to come together as one single product, obviously. So what typical customer is actually buying this then? Is this going to be the new Enzo, or is this going to be the regular Joe enjoying a night out, slaying tires without actually getting the bill by the end of it?
Well, it depends. Of course, if you look at all the components, they're really high quality, and especially the Sim Pedals Ultimate Plus are suited for real race car drivers. But at the same time, we also have a lot of customers who don't drive a real race car but still want to enjoy high quality products. They can also use this bundle very well. We're at the final step of the assembly line. What we do here is a final check on our products, both checking the electronics and a few other key points to check. And after this, the pedal plate is being mounted and we have a finished clutch pedal. And it's probably the most important step in the whole assembly process because quality is everything. So every single component gets a final check before it's being packed.
So from final check then to delivery.
Yeah.
Obviously we do our absolute best to improve the shipping and improve the delivery time of any single pedal set, handbrake or shifter being sold.
Yeah.
From last quality control check to first operational on a Trak Racer rig?
Yeah, depends a bit on the location, but it's very well possible that this clutch pedal is on a customer simulator within a few days.
In a few days, wow, awesome, thank you very much.
All right, this is the very first bit of a pedal actually. It's a sensor, it's a load cell assembly. So this is the birth of a pedal, and let's go to the assembly hall to see how it's completed into a finished pedal.
So we're looking here at the final assembly station, or last check. You said you're the pioneer of load cell technology.
Yeah.
As my understanding goes, we're looking here at the exact load cell of the product.
Yeah, that's right. The load cell you just saw in the warehouse is now integrated into a complete clutch pedal. What we do here on the assembly line in various steps, we build a pedal, starts out with a small load cell, then all the other components are added into a completed product.
So all the strength, when you press on the pedal, it flows all the way through the arm, through the damper, into the actual sensor that measures the load.
Yeah.
Transformed then, for everyone who doesn't really know technology, through a cable, and that cable then connects through a USB onto your PC.
Yeah, that's right. In this case, the load cell acts as a position sensor. So if the pedal moves, a spring pushes on the load cell, and the amount of travel of the pedal is communicated to the race simulator.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for giving us this insight and on the guts of one of the pedals from Heusinkveld.